Hello YouTube subscribers, Volk94 here. Today is my, today we'll be doing the best PSP RPG, and my whole PSP collection, as you can see, is made of RPGs, so I think I have a pretty good knowledge of RPGs. A quick note here before I go into it. This is kind of just like an award show where they show the nominees first and then talk about them and then choose the best, but the only real RPG I haven't played that people have told me to play is Star Ocean Second Journey, I think it's called. I have First Departure, I've played a bit of that, and I've played a bit of each game. The only ones I've beaten are Final Fantasy Tactics, Brave Story, New Traveler, Crisis Core. I beat Final Fantasy 2 on the GBA, Final Fantasy 1 on the GBA, and Valkyrie Profile. It's pretty much everything but these two games. So let's get into it. My first nominee is Igdra Union, Will Never Fight Alone. A good strategy RPG for... It says card-based, but it's like put Fire Emblem and then like Yu-Gi-Oh! Together. It's a great combination. You can pick it up pretty cheap. It's made by Atlas. Alright, next. Star Ocean First Departure. Very much like a Tales game. I think it originally was supposed to be Square Enix's response to Tales of Symphonia made by Namco originally, and now it's Namco Bandai. Great game. Anime cutscenes. Yeah, so I haven't really gotten into this one, but I did play 3, so they're kind of similar. The original Final Fantasy 1. Again, made by Square Enix for the Final Fantasy 20th anniversary. Great original kind of Japanese Western RPG. Kind of takes D&D and puts it together with what we know now as Final Fantasy. Valkyrie Profile Lenneth. Very good game. I recommend it to pretty much anyone who wants to get into the Valkyrie Profile series. The third game just came out. It's not Valkyrie Profile 3, but it's Valkyrie Profile, like, Covenant of the Plume, or whatever. I hear it's okay, but the original game for the PSP is pretty hard to find. But you'd probably pick it up used at EB. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. Great action RPG. Just, you know, prologue to 7. 7, one of the best RPGs. I'm not a big fanboy of 7, but this game made me want to play 7, the original, more, which I do have for the PS1. Final Fantasy 2 for the PSP. Great game. It's one of my favorite Final Fantasies, even though it's not to many people because they find the flaws with it. I think it's a fun game if you don't exploit the flaws. Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions, the remake of the original Final Fantasy Tactics. I think out of the 3 Tactics games, the best one. Great story, great plot points. It was remade for the 20th anniversary of Final Fantasy. Great cutscenes. Just, it's a great strategy game. Brave Story, New Traveler. I really got into this game. I got it at the beginning of summer 2008, and pretty much it was in my PSP all summer, even though I played it kind of on and off. Good story. Got about 30 hours into it. The only thing I would recommend if they're going to make the next game over here, make the hero talk, or have lines of dialogue. Let me get stuff out of the way real quick. Alright, and the nominees all lined up. In the first... Alright, in the first round, so this is going to kind of go tournament style. Final Fantasy 2, no, will not be winning Game of the Year, sorry. Or PSP Game of RPG. Sorry, Brave Story. You were good too, but you can't. Now it comes down to the Final Fantasies. I'm going to compare these two. Action RPG, strategy RPG. milking the franchise that is keeping Square going. Remake of a great game. I have to go with the original kind of the original IP, but still a great game. Both of them, all four of those games, great. So let's put this aside for now. I'm going at it. Sorry, Valkyrie Profile. Even though you were great, I had to restart you 4 times. Sorry, Star Ocean. Your story's kind of weird. You need to improve your dungeon layouts. They all look like they're the same. Now it comes down to Final Fantasy 1 and Yggdra Union. Yggdra Union strategy RPG. Final Fantasy 1 original straight up turn-based RPG. Very good, both games. Atlas, Square Enix. You know, I have to say that this is a remake. This is like the 5th remake. This is kind of an original series. I'm sorry, I gotta go with Yggdra Union. Alright. Yggdra Union versus Crisis Core. What can be said? Atlas, Square Enix, just like the last matchup. Strategy RPG, action RPG. Both have great stories, but I gotta go with Crisis Core. Just, you know, overall great game. I've shown you my UMD of it, or my UMD case that I got for pre-ordering. If you're gonna get a PSP or thinking about RPGs, get this. And then Yggdra Union, 2 great games, but Crisis Core has won. I will be doing a DS RPG, the best DS RPG, later. But for now, Volk94 signing out.